To our question of the day. We've got a couple of minutes left with you. Actually, a few more than I thought we had. That's so nice. All right, let's get into the question of the day. It's 12 minutes to go here on the program. What are your views on schools now being compelled to report a pupil who is under 16 and falls pregnant to the SABC? SABC. Please don't report it to the SABC, rather take it to the police service. Although, you know, those stories, unfortunately, are things that we report on all the time, and it's just ridiculous. But this is the story, is to report it to the police. And this is what you've had to say so far.
Right, this one is from, say it, Leanne, before I say something.
Looks like Theoela. Langenhoven.
Apologies if we are butchering your name, but the message reads, under 16 means statutory rape, so it must be reported, whether the parents, school, clinics, but on the other hand, 12-year-olds can go for an abortion without consent, so our laws contradict each other.
Professor Tabo saying statutory rape should be reported by parents or guardians and not educators. The latter can encourage the former to report statutory rape to the SAPS. Educators should never be allowed to micromanage parents or guardians or impersonate them.
Sidwell says, for me, for schools to report pregnant underage girls makes perfect sense because some parents are absent in the upkeep of their children. We should all be asking the question, why are these kids indulging in sexual activities instead of studying?
Nessa saying, all good and well to report the cases, but what's going to happen after that if the police system can't even solve a murder case of a child, let alone a pregnancy case? That's going to be a waste of time.
Hadebe says, it's been happening for decades. This is just a smokescreen. Come 2022, we'll be hearing reports of a massive increase in these pregnancies, and this is a banana republic. Accountability and consequence management is non-existent anywhere.
Simon saying this should have been enforced and practiced a long time ago. Lots of children are being robbed of their future. Clinics and a hospital should be compelled also to do the same or ask for SAPS case number before attending to normal pregnancy checkups.
Baby Girl for Life says, Moira Damas, I feel as parents it's our duty to report it. This is a massive issue because girls get lured by money, gifts, etc. We teach our kids the right way, but these predators are clever. We have to start with them because they are the root. Your daughter is mine, so let's protect them.
Michael saying, since when is the issue of pregnancy needs police attention? This is the issue of immorality, ethics, and it requires family and social discipline. The responsibility is far from being legal or illegal, and even if it was an illegal issue, SA is lawless.
Siome says, I'm a teacher and this is not my responsibility. Mine is to teach these learners and nothing more. This responsibility must lie with parents of these learners and not us. What makes matters worse is that we talk about such things in life skills and life orientation.
Ruben saying schools have reported many of these cases to the SAPS and nothing has come of it. Victims and parents live under constant threats by the perpetrators, and the SAPS cannot act if cases are not lodged.
Matthews Adams says, our government needs to really do introspection on the rights of our children and stop all these talk shops on their protection. It's a good move, but it must come with the subject of holding the government accountable on the failure to protect these children.
Honey Badger, these girls loves their sugar daddy's free gifts of smartphones, shoes, pocket money, clothes, necklaces, and so on. But in return, the sugar daddy needs something. Foreigners in this country do the same thing to South African young girls. Oof, yeah, I don't know how to take that one.
Alwa Samplija says, report to SAPS, it's rather reactionary. The parents and community, teachers, educators, girls not engaging in sex at an early age, men or boys should be educated about respecting girls socioeconomic conditions make girls sleep for packets of KFC needs addressing.
Man's not proud. It is the right thing to do. We are tired of seeing girls being shamed and their lives left disrupted while the boy child is walking freely and gets away with literally murder.
And this one's from Mrs. Mupedi Pedi, who says, those whom impregnated them, if they are older than 18 years of age, must be arrested for rape. In regards of school learners, even in our communities, we must report them to the police.
Eric, good morning, Leanne and Sakina. I believe it's long overdue for these horrible misconduct or criminality to be reported by schools, as parents have been ignorant for long and lack of knowledge in terms of the laws, in terms of statutory rape, age and consent thereof.
Sianda says, it's a good idea, Yona, but whether it will actually take off, that remains to be seen. I also hope police will do something about these reports, since some teachers are also alleged to be responsible for some of these pregnancies.
Rihanna Khan saying a step in the right direction. The more we report, the more we hold perpetrators accountable for their actions. There is a duty to report rape. Too many incidents of mothers failing to report or shielding the perpetrator.
Well, thank you so much for those responses. And Leanne, some of those tweets have left me absolutely speechless.
Yeah, me too. I'm not reading them and trying to think, oh, what do you mean by that? You know,
there's a lot that's wrong in our society, which is why we find ourselves with children raising children.
Yeah.
It should never, ever be the case. We should never try to justify what is wrong.
Yeah.
There was a particular tweet from someone who said that she's an educator and this is not her responsibility.
Oh.
It is everyone's
Everybody's
responsibility. And as a teacher, you actually do have a pastoral duty towards those learners in your care.
Yeah.
So if you as a teacher feel that this has got nothing to do with you and all you have to do is come and teach 1 + 1 is 2, then maybe, just maybe, you're not in the right profession.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is, I suppose the anger from the teacher comes in that, you know, what are the parents doing? You know, why is it that I have to teach and parent your child? Yes, of course, as a teacher, you've got to keep your eyes open. You have to protect these young children. You have to be the eyes and ears and look at them. And I mean, I know that, you know, for my kids as well, you're working, you drop off your kid, you are spending as a teacher a lot of time with these children. You watch them, you with them, you see them. As a parent, you do come home, you're tired, you've been working, you kind of are rushing around getting everything organized, and then you put them to bed and wake up and drop them at school. So you do have to have a teacher that is there and has a vested interest. So to wipe your hands off of it is unacceptable. However, I understand what the teacher, in a way, is probably saying, that, you know, I am not there to parent and teach a child. Where are the parents? But if there are no parents, then what happens?
You see, we're not talking here about, you know, something that is a child being naughty or something banal. We're talking about a child being pregnant.
Yeah, yeah.
And even if, because this is the reality, there are instances where parents do abdicate their responsibility. There are instances where parents do not parent and these children are essentially left to their own devices.
Absolutely.
So if the parents fail the child,
you can't fail
does
them
that
as
mean
well.
that as society we should all fail this child because the parent
Not at all.
has decided or is incapable of being a good parent to this child? So we're all going to fold our hands and say, it's not my responsibility.
Yeah, and walk away and just let it be.
God forbid. That is why we are where we are as a society.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever happened to, and I think one of the tweets actually said this, your daughter is my daughter.
Yeah.
What you don't want done unto your child, you should not want for another child.
Yeah.
That's how I view it.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute crying shame that people would think that this is something that should be placed at a specific door. This is everyone's responsibility in
100%.
society, every single one of us.
It very
to
much so
talk
is.
about children and sugar daddies, are you kidding me? You are the adults.
Yeah.
The adult should know better. You cannot hold a child responsible for that. How do you explain a 60-year-old, 50-year-old, 40-year-old man with a 10, 12, 13, 14-year-old child, and you want to hold the child responsible for that? How?
Yeah, yeah.
Adults need to be adults in this society.
I know, and we're not. Or we are, but it is a sick society that the adults are living in. And it's so unfair on children.
We need to stem the tide. We need to stop our children from having children.
Yeah.
We need to really just break the back of that particular, abomination in our society.
It's 9 o'clock. We got to say goodbye. Perhaps we need to take this forward tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it is a very it's an angry conversation, angry and depressing all at the same time. We got to go. We have to go. We'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye.